Brittany J here. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to do my favorite foundations because you guys really like the favorite eyeshadows, and it was like dead on between favorite foundation or favorite highlighter. There was like a tie, so I just made the call and decided to do my favorite foundations. So I went ahead and grabbed 7 different foundations. I have 4 high-end and 3 drugstore. So if you guys want to see what my favorites are, then please keep on watching. Okay, so starting with the high-end, my favorite of all time right now is this one. This is my Holy Grail foundation. It's the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. This one is amazing. Like, not only does it go on so lightweight, like it doesn't feel like you're wearing like 10 pounds of makeup, but it's very full coverage at the same time. So I'm actually wearing this one now. It's what I wear. If you look at my description box, I always share which products I used, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be this one. This is my second one. I think I'm like halfway through this one, and I will be buying again. And it retails for $49 at Sephora and Ulta and probably their own website directly, so it's $49. It's expensive, but it's worth it. This is the first high-end foundation that I ever purchased twice, so I'm really loving this one, and I am the shade Valencia. So def 10 out of 10. Def 10 out of 10, recommend this one. My second favorite high-end foundation is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation. This one, okay, not only does it smell like really good, like some people think it smells like grandma perfume, which I get because it's very floral, but I think it smells good. So I really like this one. It lasts all day long without any separation. I don't have like the nastiness around my nose, which is what I usually get with foundations. This one lasts all day long, so does the NARS, but this one does all day long. It's very full coverage. It's thicker than the other one, so it's got more of like a creamy consistency, but I really like it. This shade is Butter Pecan. I think this is a little too light for me, so if I had to buy it again, I would go 1 shade higher, but it works, and I really do love this one as well. It retails for $40 on Sephora's website. So it's about $10 less or $9 less than the other one, but I don't like it as much. So if it were me, I would pay the $9 to get the NARS. I like that one better, but I do like this one a lot. Next up for high-end foundations is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. They claim that this is both in one. I really do think that it's full coverage, but I'm not sure that it's enough to say that it is like a concealer. It's not that full coverage to me, but I mean, it is still full coverage. I really like this one. It's lightweight, almost like the NARS, so it's in between the texture of the NARS and the Huda one, but this one's really good. I saw Manny MUA use it in one of his videos, so I'm like, okay, let me check that out. And yeah, I really like it. This shade is number 10. It's called Honey Wheat. This one matches me pretty well, and this retails for $29. So for high-end foundation, that's actually really affordable. So that's what I like about this one. The other one was $49 and the other one was $40. So this one being only $29 is actually a great price for what you get. So if you're wanting a high-end foundation that also doesn't break the bank at the same time, then 10 out of 10, I recommend this one. It's a really good price and a really good formula. Now lastly, for the favorite high-end foundations, and this one is funny because I have a really big love-hate relationship for this foundation. So you're probably wondering,
well, if you hate it, then why is it in your video?
And I'm about to tell you why. So that's going to be the Jouer Essential High Coverage Foundation. So I'm gonna start with the hate side. The reason I dislike this foundation is actually, in most people's eyes, going to be a positive. But I don't like it because I think it's too full coverage. So if you're the type of person that wants to cover up acne, cover up discoloration, your life's regrets, your secrets, dead bodies, you know, things like that, then this one is going to be for you, because literally it is so full coverage that like my face can't even breathe, and that's just one of the things I don't like. Like, I'm more of a medium buildable to full coverage person instead of like, this is like ultra full coverage. My face literally feels like I'm wearing 10 pounds of cake on it. I liked it when I first got it because I had never ever seen something so full coverage before, and then I started to use it more and I'm like, dude, this is way too freaking much. Like, my face literally feels like if I went like this, like I would have makeup all caked underneath my nails. It's so gross. Like, I think that it's too full coverage for me. But the love side, the reason why it's in this video is because I absolutely love mixing it with other foundations. So I go ahead and take one drop and put it in one of my drugstore foundations or one of my light to medium foundations. If I want that texture, but also that little bit of coverage. So I absolutely adore it for mixing it in with other foundations. I do that like literally all the time. If there's a foundation, like for example, the Wet n Wild foundation, I forget what it's called, Photo Finish or something, Photo Focus, I don't know. That one's a very, very light formula. So I like putting a drop of this in with that one and bam, full coverage for the day. So that's why I made it into this video. This retails for $38 and they have, I don't even know, a ton of shades. I know they just added recently a bunch more. So I really, since I only use it now to drop in with other foundations, it's gonna last me forever. So I definitely think for $38, I'll be buying it again to mix in with foundations again. Now I'll move into the drugstore foundations. So the first one that I'm going to talk about was my first ever drugstore foundation that I fell in love with. Usually they were like really, really terrible, but this one was my like first drugstore foundation love, and that's going to be the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect. Like it's all displaced right now because I haven't used it in a minute, but I really love this foundation. For being like $8-9, this thing has so much coverage. Like, let me just do a little test. And I have shit on my hands, glitter on my hands from my eye makeup, but like this foundation is so thick and dewy. It's really good if you have drier skin. I know a lot of people with oily skin aren't a fan because it doesn't go all the way matte, but for me in the summer, it's like the perfect thing ever. I know that they didn't really have a good selection for fair shades, but I think that they've added some more, so I'm not sure if they have any that work for everybody now, but if you can pick this one up, it's like literally, it's like $9 at Walmart. It's highly recommended. And I am the shade 7, which is Sand. Next for drugstore, I have the LA Colors Truly Matte Foundation. I just got this one in PR if you saw a couple videos ago. I never have seen this in the stores before, so getting it in PR was nice. At first I was like, it's like not the best, but after wearing it for a full day, this foundation outlasts some of those high-end ones I just talked about. Like this one does not separate, it doesn't cake. The Milani does towards the end of the day. This one absolutely does not. It lasts me all day long. It's so full coverage. They sent me the 4 different shades or 5 or something like that, and all of them are a little too light, including this one. This one's a little bit light on me, so I'd probably get one more shade below, but I make it work and I really like this one. So I just checked online and this one retails for around $7. I would definitely recommend this one. It's a little bit less than the Milani and I like it a little bit more. So if you see one of these in your drugstore, then you pick it up right then and there because it's really good actually. And then my last favorite drugstore foundation, this is my favorite out of all of them, is going to be the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop X Alyssa Ashley. This one is so full coverage, and it reminds me a lot of the NARS because it's full coverage in a light way. So when you put it on, you don't feel that you're wearing a totally full coverage foundation and that like your skin can't breathe. It feels so lightweight. Like I can hardly tell that I'm even wearing foundation a lot of the time. So that's what I love about this one. They came out with over 40 shades, like 45 or something crazy when they first came out with it. So yeah, that right there already blows the game up, and the fact that it's such a good foundation at the same time is only an added benefit. I've used the other NYX foundation, I can't even think of what it's called before, and I didn't like it, so I was kind of leery to trying this one, but once I did, I was like, girl, that's the truth. So favorite of all time drugstore foundation is going to be the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I believe this is about $15. And then my favorite high end is the NARS, which is $50. So we have 15 and we have 50. Do I think that they are both comparable to each other? Yeah, I do. I still like this one better. It still lasts longer throughout the day and it's more coverage. This one, towards 8 to 10 hours, you're gonna notice some separation and some nasty looking skin. I'm just gonna warn you. So for a shorter time period, if you don't wear makeup for a long time like I do, then yeah, you don't need this one. You're good with this one. But if you want something more long lasting, then that's where this one's gonna play in. Plus it has a little bit more coverage. So I hope this was helpful. I'm sure you guys have been eyeing some of these foundations and not sure whether or not to get them. So all of the ones that I mentioned, I definitely would say to get them, to try them out. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that little notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, my handle is just BJ Makeup, spelled out like this. And next time I'm definitely going to be doing highlights. That was right up there with the foundation, so at least now I know that's what I'm going to do next. So stay tuned for that to see what my favorite highlights are, my favorite highlight palettes and singles and all that fun stuff. So until next time, bye guys.